Pitch at home! It's that time of year again, you know, when I'm in school and instead of paying attention to my work, I just read textbooks and come up with jokes. Yeah, I love historical humor. You know, people complain about historical accuracy, but please stop and consider the source of that accuracy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's historical. I'm looking at you, Dio. Okay? Look, I'm looking at you. This may be a series, or it may not, but just no one bring up the Oz series I started and then never touched again for 2 years, okay? Just don't even bring it up. Be polite. Hey, why was Julius Caesar's phone bill so high? Because he was Roman. Get it? Like when you're roaming around? Roaming data? Yeah. Okay. Brother! I thought I'd have peace. Why? Why did I think it? Brother! I'm busy, as you can see. Is that a fresco? No, I'm patching a wall leak, yes, and I must paint my image before the plaster dries. What is it? Oh, you see, I taught Dondis a new trick. Is it ever anything else? I taught him to roll over on his back and play act dead. Astounding. Now perhaps he can teach you. This blue isn't mixing right. I don't much care for your tone. I don't know why this surprises you. I've relayed countless times my feelings towards that filthy beast. Yes, and you've wounded his feelings. Are we still talking about the monkey? Well, Look, I give you my apology for any wounding. Now I really must get back to my painting. Well, what am I to do? I don't know. Have your daily lesson with Macrinus. Now, here is your puzzle. How can we acquire more tax money from our Roman citizens without raising the current tax amount? How to acquire more tax money, yes. We can't raise the tax. Out of question. Perhaps Emperor would like more wine. Well, you think of your answer. I understand it. Grant more people Roman citizenship than before. Allot them the usual benefits. And while they are praising our generous nature, tax them the same as the rest. I am glad we are not enemies, Majesty. Today's lesson is done. I think I scared him. I doubt that. No, I think that I did. Here, mix the darker paint well for me. The plaster is drying quickly now. If it's too wet, if it's too dry, the whole thing will be ruined. Is this tearing purple? It's lovely. Slower, please. Well, you told me to mix it well. Jupiter's sake. What is that? Do you hear that? Where's your pet? Oh, he's over there by the lily pond. He's catching frogs again. Will you stop him doing that? I'm trying to create art. That's a good one, Dondis. Come, let's give it to Uncle Gator as a present. I don't want... It's right on my head. Stop. It's going to knock over my purple. It's priceless. It takes 10,000 shellfish to make Uncle but Gator, one crown. Get this circus out of here. He just wants to show it to you. I do not wish to preserve frog toes in my wall. It's dry. It's completely dry. That's it. I am showcasing that shoulder statue in the games this Saturn's Day. You lie. You wouldn't. Oh, wouldn't I? It wasn't all Donis's fault your wall dried out. Correct. I shall revive Naumachia and throw him to the historically inaccurate sharks, and you, my brother, will be the minimus splash that follows him. So, it's a splash you're seeking. Kara? No? What? My tearing purple. The paint killed the fish. That's unfortunate. Strange the water didn't terminate them first, though. Oh, this water didn't come through the lead pipes. Huh. And I suppose fish don't drink reduced lead pot sugar in their supper wine at every phase of the moon either, so... yeah. Yes, they do generally last longer than the people who are slowly going mad from the element because they drink and bathe in the waters flowing through the lead pipes primarily as royals. Sad. Truly. Alright, that's enough of the history lesson now. I'm going to spread more plaster, and if you distract me again before I lay paint, so help me, I will stand you by my side and you will be made to spit on the wall should it become dry again. I will not act as your slave. I will accomplish something on my own today. I will. Yes, good fortune with that. What gives you the right to speak to me in such a way? If our father were here... If father were here, he wouldn't care. And he wouldn't care because he wouldn't be here. And he wouldn't be here because... speaking of your father, the great Severus name. I mean, the great Septimus Severus, of course. Such a stabilizing force. I'm sorry that you lost him. We aren't. I don't have the qualifications to unpack that. Why, may I ask, why is the lily pond purple and all the fish belly up? Oh, it was an accident. Yes, a purposeful one, but we are friends again. See, brother, what if I told you kisses are for every day and handshakes are for special occasions, as is Roman custom? I do not have the qualifications to unpack that either. Why I'm here is to ask a favor. A favor. Here we go. A favor. To favor, from the Latin favoreme, or to be favorable, such as seeking the favor of. Spare me the water clock speech. That is a disturbing laugh. Emperor Caracalla, the answer is no. I can accept that. But you have not asked anything yet. You heard me attempt to communicate with him. Did you not? He does the same thing to me. How do you stand it? No, stop getting along. It's freaking me out. Caracalla, go find your monkey. Allow me to speak to the general alone. But I wish to stay and see what you may do to him next. This is just not a room you want to enter without armor on. Quite. As you can see, Caracalla favors wearing a soldier's cape himself, for which he gets his nickname. Oh, which is Caracalla. But he, like any Roman statue, is most pleasing to the eye when they are painted vibrantly. Well, there is also a bit of a peacock in you, Emperor Gaeta. Yes, he looks like a walking Florence Welsh song. Why don't you go sit in your throne and practice touching your feet to the floor? You know I can't do that without using your back as a rest. You pulled his earring so hard. No less than he deserves. Is there blood? Let me see. Emperor Caracalla, wait! He could get infected. He's bleeding. I have told him again and again about his behavior. Vulgar, violent, it will not show us well. Is this at all like the time you threw a drink in his face and said, "Forgive my brother's outburst"? He is unwell. The lead pipe thing? More than that. I must protect him. He must be protected. I know it is a lot to ask a man of your station, but would you at all consider seconding as Kara's personal Praetorian guard? Oh, so this would be like a favor. Yes, one might say to favor, from the Latin favorem, or to be favorable, such as seeking the favor of. Yes, all right. What can I do for you in return? I simply want Saturn's days with my wife, alone and undisturbed. I'll give you 2 on that day, 7 undisturbed, 3, 5, 4, and I may call on you in cases of extreme emergencies. 4.5, and you call me only when Caracalla has been kidnapped. Done. Shall I write up our agreement on the tablet balanced between 2 knees because we don't use desks? No need. Well, when shall I begin? Right now. Immediately, right? All right, very well. Get rid of Macrinus. Excuse me, you're excused, but you need to get rid of Macrinus. That's my brother has lessons with him almost every day. He's his closest company next to that Terry sock puppet. You know he threw stones at me? Macrinus? No, Dontis. Car told me that they do that if they like someone, but I don't know. Emperor Gaeta, only female capuchins throw stones at male monkeys as a way to flirt with them and get their attention. Is Dontis a girl? Perhaps I dreamed it. You see how worried I am. Why do I care about Cara so? Yeah, Up is really down today. So, my strong suggestion. Macrinus sinks back into the population, or arrest him. Your choice. I get to see my wife before she marries someone else, and I will watch over Emperor Caracalla to make sure no one harms him, no matter what hideous things he may say or do in the coming months. Does this protection extend against your majesty? No, I'm fine. I don't need protection. You misunderstand me. I asked, does my protection of your brother extend to defending him against any attacker? Even you, your majesty. Are you certain it's Macrinus I should be concerned with? I am loyal to Rome. He is loyal to himself. It is unfortunate when that happens, is it not? You are excused, your majesty. My plaster's dry again. I'll just hire somebody.